Hey, gun people. More great, wonderful, liberal, liberated, empowered women in action. This Port Authority commissioner, an ex-Clinton aide, call that a clue, flashing her golden badge during a traffic stop, telling the cops they ruined her holiday for pulling over her daughter. I mean, liberals love entitlements. They love special privileges. They love special classes. They love to say all this in the name of equalism and equal rights and no classes, and classism is bad and we should all be equal. Socialism and communism all start with this equal fair thing, and it never works out because the people in charge, like this woman, always want special rights and want power. Let's take a look at this video. So I got the subtitles turned on just to people can see what she says because there's a lot of background noise. But I want you to watch this officer's face when she says she's a friend of the mayor.
Karen Turner. Hi, it's Nair. I'm a resident. There you go.
It's fine. I don't need that.
Okay, fine. I'm
You're
Karen
just
Turner.
you're just here as the rider, right?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm here as a concerned citizen and friend of the mayor, and been in Tenafly for 20 years. I take full responsibility for them. And what is the reason they were pulled over?
Okay, so this is what happens when cops allow third parties, people that come to give rides, to get involved in an incident. She should have never been allowed to walk up. She should have said, ma'am, wait over here. We're finished. You can give them a ride. We need to tow this car. Stay away. And I know some people will be like, well, you're a bootleg jackhammer cop who wants to... I'm just telling you, if you don't control the scene, you get into these nowhere, circular, illogical conversations on this, that, and the other, and you never get, it just delays, and then you get tricked into losing your temper or saying something. Less is more when you're talking to people who want to argue and who want to bait you into BS.
The driver has all the information. He'll tell you.
No. I need to know.
No, you don't need to know.
Okay?
We're not involved here. You're picking them up.
No. I'm involved. Trust me.
No, I'm involved. So she's trying to impress her little daughter and her friends. She's an empowered Clinton aide, empowered, strong, big mouth, rude woman who has a little power. And that's what happens when government power gives power to people who would never have power unless it was given to them because of their gender or equality or quota hire or whatever else the reason this woman got in her position. It wasn't because of qualifications and standards, I assure you.
Well, I'm not going to tell you. He's the driver of the automobile. He's over 18. That's all you need to know.
Okay. If you can...
We don't need to see credentials.
Okay.
We've explained already.
If you can give me a little bit.
Showing her badge. Give me a little bit.
Space here. What seems to be...
So she wants them away because she don't want to be embarrassed when this guy slams her. She wanted them there when she was flashing her badge and showing how she was involved.
Are you a commissioner?
I am the commissioner. One of the commissioners, and I'm heading up.
Do you have an ID with that?
That is my ID, and that is my business card. I am the commissioner of the Port Authority, and I'm heading up over 4,000 police officers. Okay? So, if there's a problem, I think I have...
There's no problem.
Well, I think there's a
It's
problem.
an unregistered vehicle.
Okay, let's hear, why were they pulled over, first of all?
Miss.
Now, don't call me miss, I'm commissioner. Thank you.
Commissioner.
Oh, see, this is what liberals do. You can't call them a woman because that's sexist. You can't call her female because that's gender bias. You can't call her miss. You have to call her commissioner today. You can't call her blonde. You can't call her ma'am. You can't call her anything except what. So we have all these things that we can start a fight over, which has absolutely nothing to do with this cop who simply pulled her over for a traffic violation and was going to give a ticket or tow the car. But You know, parents, eh, they're just the worst to deal with. Until you've dealt with them, they're unreasonable, they're biased, they make no sense, they're emotionally involved, and they just think that because they have a child. I'm surprised she hasn't pulled out I'm a single mom yet, because that's a great line for the liberals. Somehow that's a badge of honor now. It used to be you're an idiot because you weren't smart enough to wait until you had a father and a home so you could raise a child with a mom and father. Somehow that's bad now. So,
Yes.
All due
Why were they
respect.
pulled over?
All due respect,
Yep.
oh, she dropped her hat.
Why
the
did
driver
people...
will tell you.
No. I need
Yes,
to know.
ma'am. The car's getting towed now.
Why is the car getting towed?
Go ask him.
No. I'm asking. You're the person
Go ask
who's
him.
ordered it, and trust me.
Miss, this does not involve you 1%.
Yeah, it does. It does, because I'm picking them up, and
No, it
I'm
does not.
offering to take responsibility for them, and you can't even tell me the charges. I'm also an attorney, so I think if you can't tell me what is the problem,
That's fine.
why is it such a difficult to just say why they're being pulled over and why the car's
Yes.
being towed?
See, now why is it so difficult? She could go ask them. She could deal with this in the courts. When you fight things on the side of the road with traffic, it's unsecure. I mean, it just doesn't go anywhere. And, you know, I say this all the time, and people are like, you know, all the videos, they have a black person. Oh, you're racist, you're just picking if it was a white. She's white, people. It's still wrong. You don't fight on the side of the road. The only reason these cops aren't taking her smack is because she's white and she can't play, you know, some special card. But she's going to play, I'm a special woman, I'm a special commissioner, I'm a special something. Everybody's special when they look in the mirror.
Everything has already been explained.
I know, but I know.
Why do you need to know?
Because this is impacting me, because
Why?
I got 4 people who are coming back to my house, including people who live in New Haven attending Yale Graduate School, a PhD student, and I don't know why.
Oh, Yale School. I'm a commissioner. I work for the mayor. I'm here for the mayor. I've got kids in Yale. They're working on their PhD. I'm so important. And you peons, you other government employees, because I'm a government employee, I'm important, but you other just sleazy, low-down, flat-foot police officers, I mean, the contempt of this woman is just outrageous.
Why it's so difficult to say what the problem is. This is impacting me. On Easter Sunday, I got to take 4 people
I'll be honest.
back to New
I'll be honest with
Haven.
you. Should I be frank with
You
you?
can't, yeah, I want to know what the problem is.
It's more of the way you just approached me and your
You
demeanor.
know what? Okay, that's.
I'm being honest
I
with you.
want to know why.
I just don't appreciate your demeanor.
I don't
You're being
appreciate.
very demanding with me.
No, I'm asking
You have-
a question which is not being answered.
But it doesn't need to be answered. It's irrelevant.
Okay. You know what?
If you'd like
You
to
don't
read
wanna-
my report, you can come down to the police department records on Monday, and you can get a copy of it.
And you can't.
I am there is no, you have no right
Sorry,
to know what's
but
going
this
on.
is. No, I do.
Explain to me why.
Because these are 4 people that I have
You're
to
just
take
a concerned
responsibility.
Why do you have to take responsibility? They're all adults.
That's my daughter.
And she's
And
a
these
backseat
are her
passenger.
friends.
She's a backseat passenger.
And there's a
She has
problem
received-
with you describing it because you don't feel
Describing
confident. Why these people are being
Your
pulled
daughter
over?
has not been
And
summoned. She was not the driver. This is not her vehicle. It's not your vehicle.
I'm
How are
sorry,
you
but
involved?
this is not going to be. If you have a problem explaining what the problem is and why their car is being confiscated, then we have a problem.
Why
And
don't
trust
you-
me,
why-
I will be in with the commissioner of police of Tenafly.
Ma'am,
It
take
will
a step back.
be.
Take a step
If
back
you
for me,
can't
please.
even describe what
Take
the
a
problem
step
is,
back for
then
me. I
there's
can't
a
move back any
problem.
farther. I keep moving back farther, and you keep
Okay.
moving closer to me.
Because you can't
Can you take
even
a step
put
back?
a sentence together
Take a
on what
step
the
back.
problem is.
Because I'm not because of your demeanor.
No, I
I
came
am
in
under
very
no
nicely.
legal obligation to tell
Okay.
you.
And I'm under no
Okay.
legal obligation to tell you what I will be doing. But I will.
You can do whatever you would
Okay?
like to do.
She's been you.
This is a lawful motor vehicle stop. You are here to pick them up. Okay?
Okay.
There's going to be a report.
Yep.
The
there will
driver
be a
has been
report.
advised of everything that's going on.
Okay. I was
All the
there for
proper
your
forms have been filled
graduation
out.
when you guys came in the town, and it wasn't that long
What
ago.
graduation? What are you talking about?
Okay.
What graduation
Thank
when I
you
came
very
into
much,
what town? What-
Savitsky and Kaplan. Thank you for
Have
your
a nice day.
information and help. You know what? I hope you have a really nice holiday weekend too, because you just ruined it for a lot of people without
I
even the
didn't.
decency.
No, I didn't ruin anything.
Yeah,
I'm just
you
doing
did.
my job.
Yeah, you did.
I would just
This
hope
is
you
their
being
Easter,
a commissioner
this is their Passover.
that you would understand
You
the job
did it.
police officers have to do. But
There is no explanation. How can I understand?
This is their Passover. What does that have to do with anything? What how this woman's in a minute she's going to say, and there was a bird flying by and now he couldn't make it to his nest because your car was parked in his what the
You
didn't
don't
even
have
ask
the
him.
decency.
You didn't even
No,
ask
I'm
him.
asking you because you're the one that's making the report, the problem, stating it. I'm going to
I
the
don't
source.
appreciate the way you approached me, the way you demanded information, the way
I'm
you're
not demanding. I'm
stating
asking
based
you.
off of your
You see how this goes nowhere by going back and forth? I don't appreciate you. I don't appreciate you. She keeps changing the narrative. The officer keeps repeating what he's already said, and nothing is changing except she's changing while she's here, why he's wrong, why she's delaying and obstructing. They would already be gone. She could pick up and leave. Because the officers are engaging with her and trying to reason with somebody who is already unreasonable, you get nothing.
I'm asking
your
you.
position
I'm asking
in another
you.
agency,
I'm asking
whatever it may
you.
be. I mean, you have a business card with
How many
credentials.
times-
I don't know you. I just met you a minute ago. You have no official
So
identification.
Louis, what's his name? Schmarodowski?
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, I'm just telling you who I am. I've been in the town for
That's
20
fine.
years, and as a courtesy, I would like to understand the rationale for their being pulled over and their car confiscated. This is a courtesy. I don't know why it's so
I
difficult.
believe
know
you
what?
should ask your
Can you
daughter and the
please-
driver of the motor
My
vehicle.
daughter is a backseat passenger, as you've
Exactly.
said. You're making the accusation. I would like to know
What accusation?
the accusation of I don't know what, because you haven't told me. You're telling me to go Monday and read the report.
No, that's
when
not
these
what you
kids,
said to me. That's not what
you
you
said ask
You
them.
told you to ask the driver.
It's not them. I'm not going to ask the driver what you are accusing them of wrongdoing.
She's making this up as she goes. She's trying to figure out a way to be smarter than everyone else and to use trickery and words in order to confuse the two dumb cops and to make them realize suddenly that I am superior and I am smarter and they better comply or I'm going to go off in my tangent, what she does here in a second.
I'm asking you because you're the source of the accusation. They are not the source, you're the source. So I'm trying to go to the source. If you want me to go to their side of the story, I will.
I think
But
that's the
I
best
will
thing.
do that.
I think that's the best thing at this point.
You know what? I'm very disappointed in the way the two of you are.
Never going to be happy no matter what answer you give her. The more you talk to her, the more she's getting upset, the more she's getting frustrated because she can't win and use her position, her sex, her special status. She can't use anything that she's used to using to get her way, threats, etc. In a minute, she'll probably be accusing him of, getting her drunk and sexually assaulting her because nothing else has worked.
Acting. You cannot even tell me, a mother living in Tenafly for 20 years with two kids who went through the school system, what's the problem?
A mother went through the school system 20 years. What does that have to do with anything? Absolutely nothing.
And that's shocking. It's shocking that you can't even give me a sentence.
I think
no.
we should
So
conclude this.
I will.
Just for safety reasons,
absolutely.
this is a high-speed road. I think we should all get off of the road. It's a little bit dangerous for us being out here as long as we were
Thank
anyway.
you for your concern with my safety.
Okay.
See, and I mean, a safety point here is a pretty good point. They're standing in what I call the no-leg zone. Remember, I've said this before. Don't talk to people in between cars. If a drunk driver, somebody not paying attention, somebody texting, somebody wanting to get out their camera and videotape the mean cops doing something, and they run into this car, it's going to ram this car into this car, and everyone's legs in between will be gone. And I call it the no-leg zone. I don't like being there. I don't think cops ought to be there. They have been there for a long time because this lovely, empowered commissioner wants to be heard, wants to let it roar that she is woman.
I don't need it. You can't put a sentence together. Sorry.
Okay.
That's pathetic.
Okay.
And you are a disappointment. And you are just following him. So you are also a disappointment. You can't put together.
So in liberals' fashion, they always come off with threats, intimidation, name calling, and now we get into personal insults. You're a disgrace. You're no good. You're no smarter. Then we get into insults. And they keep doing this until they get a reaction. And then as soon as you react, they're a victim. It's not their fault. They didn't do anything. You just reached out and tried to arrest them. You told them to shut up. You were rude. You said things that you didn't need to say. It just, I mean, until you've dealt with this day in and day out, people have no idea how frustrating it is being a cop, having to listen to all these important people every day of every year.
Together of what the
Are you
problem
finished
is.
now? Are you finished, ma'am?
I'm shocked.
Are you
I'm
finished?
shocked and very disappointed. Thank you for
may
your
take
help.
them. You may take them now.
You may not tell me when to take my child. You may shut up and not tell me when I may take my kids and her friends who are PhD students from MIT and Yale.
Okay.
You may tell me.
MIT and Yale. Wow, man. I mean, this is liberal. What does this woman expect these cops to do? Oh, my God. I mean, this guy should have just turned. I'm serious, man. I've done some crazy stuff. I wasn't on camera. But this guy right now should turn this guy and go, dude, did she just mention Yale and MIT? Holy smokes. Everything we're doing is wrong now because she mentioned Yale and MIT. Wow. I mean, is that the reaction she expects? Is that what she wants?
Me nothing because you told me nothing. Shame on both of you. I will be talking to the chief of police.
Please.
And I will be speaking to the mayor.
Badge number
And you're
540.
not- I got your name. I got your name.
Just to make sure there's no discrepancy.
I know Seporiak. There's no
Matt is the first name.
don't you worry.
This guy, now he's digging in her. Okay, my badge number is this. Yep, here's my name. I gave you my name and badge number. Knock yourself out. Go make your complaints and fly away.
As long as you got all the information right.
I got all your information,
Okay.
sweetheart. You can't put a sentence together. That's shameful.
So now he's a sweetheart. If he called her sweetheart, it would be sexual harassment. She calls him sweetheart. She's an empowered, strong woman. Man, liberalism is just a disease. It's pathetic. All right. Well, in that there, you can make your own opinion.